Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome to a new playthrough on the channel. After our misadventures in the Pacific Ocean last week, we're moving back to the hockey rink. We're going to play APBA Hockey from APBA Games. Just like the name suggests, this one's a hockey simulator. This time around we have a matchup from the 1984-85 season, so with that, let's go meet our starting goalies. For this video, we're going to pretend it's November 27th, 1984. Our starting goalie for the visiting Edmonton Oilers is Grant Fuhr, one of the greatest of all time, and he's definitely in the Hall of Fame. He was the backstop for the Edmonton dynasty in the 1980s, and you can see his card here. I'll move him over to the main game area, and we'll meet the Oilers' historic opponent on November 27th, 1984. I'm probably not going to be using the starting lines perfectly historically accurate for this game, but our home team for this game is the Toronto Maple Leafs, and the starting goalie for this one is Ken Reggett. Once again, we've got his card there. So you've probably seen me play APBA games before on the channel. The way they work is we're going to roll two dice, a red and a white, using the red as our tens digit, the white as our ones. We'll get a reading from that. So let me bring the shaker over. So for example, let's say we get a roll of a 5-3 like that. We'd read that as a 53, then we'd consult the card for the number, and then go to the appropriate chart for the situation that we're rolling for, and get a result off of that. That's a very quick view of how the game works. But I think we're all set there, so now we can move Ken Reggett over to the Toronto line, and we'll follow him over to check on the shot. Historically, the Oilers won this game 7-1, and we're going to go through another round of ticker testing like you've been seeing me do with the baseball games lately. I'm also changing my setup for this game a bit. You may notice a couple things different. The first thing you're probably noticing that's different is I don't have dice scattered around everywhere. I've got my four-checkered dice. Let me grab my laser pointer so I can point those out. I've got my four-checkered dice, but you may remember that I had dice out to track ODAI, forecheck, intimidation, and clearing. Instead, what I'm doing, and you may recognize it with the very edge of the shot here, but I've got a reference card here lined up with the numbers that I need for each line, because one of the problems that I was having with this game was it was very slow, because I'd have to stop. So every time I made a line change, I'd have to stop and recalculate all the numbers to make sure my dice were up to date. Hold on. Let me get that lined back up. There we go. Okay. So I'd have to stop and make sure the dice got lined up. That was very cumbersome, so I want to try to speed this game up a bit. So that's one thing I'm going to try. The other thing I'm going to try is I'm also not keeping stats. I normally used to keep everything, but it would be very slow to make me stop and keep track of everything. So we're going to try not keeping track of stats as well. I'm potentially doing a season replay of hockey games as well, but the last two videos I've filmed of this have been north of 3 hours, and I don't want to do any, and that's before any kind of ticker tape testing. So I don't want to do a season replay of hockey while the videos are that long. So basically, that video length needs to come down, and very quickly and pretty far, before I warm up to a season replay. But this ramble probably isn't helping too much with that video length either, and the crowd's buzzing at Maple Leaf Gardens, so what say we get down to the ice for the opening face-off, huh? Mark Messier and Greg Therien step into the face-off circle at center ice. Face-offs are +1 to Messier on this one. So let's see what happens on the face-off. That's a 7. Puck will be going to the advantaged right wing. So that's over to Yari Curry. And with that, we are underway at Maple Leaf Gardens. Curry gets a 26, which is a 14 at 2 forecheckers. An ODAI check, Therien and Benning. Total is, we'll start with them. Therien and Benning, so 18, which is going to be a no adjust. Actually, that's going to make it +1, so that's a pass to the right defenseman, so that's over to Lowe. Lowe now with the puck. That's a 42, which is a 21. That'll get intercepted by the left wing, so over to Podubny will tick off 30 seconds. Podubny now with the puck for Toronto. 15 is a 2, which will trigger a check, an ODAI check. Messier and Coffee. 19 will be a +1. So that'll be a shot on goal with the possible tip-in. Where's my tip-in chart? Ah, here we are. So first we have to determine who's taking the tip-in shot. Player with the highest offensive I rating, which is 557. So it looks like Gavin potentially taking a tip-in shot. His I rating is a 7. That'll be a tip-in with a shot rating +2. So we're going to roll for Gavin. His shot range is a 15, which will be boosted to a 21 on the +2. That's a shot that won't be on target. Fuhr should find this one. 25 is a 3. That'll be a save picked up by Messier and will tick off another 30 seconds. Messier with the puck now. 14 is a 30. That's likely to get turned over. That'll be an icing, actually. Edmonton will ice the puck and will tick off 30 seconds. So that'll be a face-off in the offensive zone for Toronto. So Edmonton's back in their own end. Face-offs are still +1 to Messier. A 4. Where's the face-off chart? Here we go. 4. Disadvantage left D. So Benning will take that one. And Toronto with a face-off win in the offensive zone. That's a 25. That's a 5. That'll be a shot on goal for Benning. His shot range is a 14. Which that's a 26. Fuhr should find this one. A 53 for Fuhr is a 6. That'll be smothered for a defensive zone face-off, and we'll tick off another 30 seconds. We'll make our first round of line changes here. Both teams will get a change in personnel. We'll leave the defenseman out for another shift. Face-off, we've got another offensive zone draw for Toronto. Face-offs this time are +1 to Toronto. Goose eggs in the first. That's a 50. That's an 8 with an advantage +1. 8 is going to the disadvantaged left wing. So that's going over to Hunter for Edmonton. And we're off once again. An 11 is a 1, which ODAI, Jarvis and Benning. 12. That's going to be a -1 adjustment. So that'll be a shot on goal anyway. Hunter's shot range is a 24. That's a 52. That won't be on target. Reggett should find this one. 26 is a 30. A normal save. Save, but a shot on goal for the opposing center. So now Carroll gets a shot on goal. His shot range is a 31. That will be on target with a 23. Let's see if Reggett finds this one. 64 is a 5. Save, and it's over to the right wing, so it's over to Freiser, and we'll tick off 30 seconds. Freiser now with the puck for Toronto. 51 is a 1. He'll knife through. Actually, Carroll and Coffee. 18 is a +1. He'll still knife through and get a shot on goal. Freiser's shot range is a 23. 61 won't be on target. Fuhr should grab this one. That's a 36, which is a 33. Save, but a shot on goal for the opposing right D. So that's over to Stewart. His shot range is goose eggs. So Fuhr will find this one. A 64 is a 5. That'll be picked up by McClelland, and we'll tick off 30 seconds. McClelland now with the puck. A 13 is a 6. Let me check ODAI. Jarvis and Benning, 12. That's -1. Shot on goal if the assist rating's higher, but if not, neutral zone face-off. If any teammate has an assist rating higher than the roll. Roll is a 13. We've got plenty of teammates with that. So he will get a... Let me just double check that. Yes. We've got plenty with a shot with an assist rating higher than a 13. McClelland needs a 15. which a 22 is not on target, so Reggett should find this one. That's a 62, which is a 5 on a normal save, picked up by Freiser, and we'll tick off 30 seconds. Back to Freiser with the puck now. 56 is a 34, which will be a penalty. So Freiser will go off. So we'll tick off 2 minutes, and Freiser will go off for roughing. We'll just make up the penalty. So 4. Why is my keyboard not cooperating on my iPad today? There we go. It's taking a minute. Let's see, that's Mirko Freiser. Stop autocorrecting. Alright, so Freiser is going off, and we'll get the power play. We'll get the penalty kill and power play teams out. We'll grab an extra card. First time on the power play for either team. We'll tick off 30 seconds as well. Actually, yes. All right, power play for Edmonton. Those face-offs are +1 to Edmonton. That's a 2. Who's going to get tossed at? Somebody's going to get tossed. A 5 means Terrian gets tossed from the circle. Face-offs are now +4 to Edmonton. A 9, so that's going to the advantaged right D, so that's down to low. Now I need the man advantage charts, front and center, which are right here. Right. Low with the puck, that's a 32, which is a 26. That'll be intercepted by Podubny, and we'll tick off 30 seconds. Podubny now with the puck for Toronto, shorthanded. A 55 is a 1. He's going to knife through for a shot on goal. His shot range is a 21, which that's not on target. Fear should grab that one. A 35 is a 4 with a normal save. That'll get picked up by Krashelnyski, which I probably just butchered the pronunciation of that. Actually, I wanted to turn 16, so 14 is when the penalty is going to end. And then we'll tick off 30 seconds. So Krashelnyski with the puck. A 65 is a 35 with the man advantage. He'll go off on a penalty for 2 minutes. So that's going to be, see, that's 5:30. 1, Mike Krashelnyski. He's going to go off for elbowing. Come on. There we go. All right, so Krashelnyski is now going off for elbowing. That'll be a 2-minute penalty for Edmonton. And now we'll play 4-on-4. Admittedly, this is a problem I thought I was going to have with the... This is a problem I thought I was going to have with the reference card if I went 4-on-4. But I decided to just cross that bridge when I came to it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's when the penalty to Krashelnyski is going to end. We'll make line changes here real quick. Just to cycle some fresh personnel in. And both teams do have to switch to 3. I believe it's 3 forecheckers when we're 4-on-4. Let me just double check that real quick. Special teams. Special rules, yep. 3 4-checkers. And increase every on-ice player's shot range by 2. Except for anybody with a shot range of 0. And on power play, I believe the shot range gets adjusted by 2 as well. Okay. Now that we've got that figured out, both teams are at 3 4-checkers. So now we'll get to the face-off with 30 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey left to go. Face-offs, I forgot to mention, are +1 to Toronto. A 10 is going to the disadvantaged center, so that's going over to Napier. And we're on the 3 4-check chart. This is a neutral zone face-off. 43 is a 29. 29, that's going to be intercepted and shot on goal by the left D. So Benning with a shot. His shot range is a 16. That'll end up being a 15 is very much on target because of the +2. Can Fuhr find this one? 45 is a 6. Save! Fuhr will smother that for a defensive zone face-off, and with that, Toronto will now go on the power play. Fuhr makes the only stop in 4-on-4 action, but Toronto now has the man advantage coming out of the stop from Benning. 6 minutes gone in the first period and still no score. Our next face-off is still +1 to Toronto. That's a 6. That's going to the advantage left D, so that's right back to Benning. And now Toronto players have their shot ranges increased by 2. So Benning with the puck on the man advantage is a 42. That's a 7 with the man advantage. What did we say? 42 is a 7 with the man advantage. That's going to be a shot on goal, block +2. Actually, that's something else I probably needed to check. Blocked shot rating is a 1, 3, so 4. I believe if it's a 1 die roll, reroll 1 die. Shot on goal occurs unless the blocked shot rating of the defenseman plus the number to the right equal to or greater than the sum of the additional die roll. So a 1, which means the shot goes through. It would have needed to be a 5 for the defenseman to get it out. So Benning with a shot range of a 16. That's a 64. That won't be on target. Fuhr should find this one. A 61 is a 22. That's not good. Save and picked up by the opposing left wing. So right back to Brubaker. Tick off 30 seconds. And now Brubaker with the puck. A 14 is a 37. That can't be good with a man advantage. Fighting. Oh boy. So we got to check the major rating on the other team. Let's see. Major. Start with the highest. Let's see if Hughes jumps. He's got a major of 23. He won't go. Next up is Low with a 14. Nope. Coffee with a 12. Nope. Napier with an 11. No. So Brubaker will go off alone. Brubaker will go off alone for roughing. So that's at 6:30. Wow, it's getting ugly already. I'll widen that out just a touch. There we go. All right, where's my Toronto cover card? Right here. All right, and we are right back to 4-on-4 once again. I don't think we'll be there for too long, though, because Edmonton's going to be getting ready to go on the power play. 1, actually 2, 3, 4. So that's where the penalty to Brubaker is going to be over. So we're 4-on-4 for another... Looks like we're 4-on-4 for another minute. So we're back to 3 4-checkers once again. Face-offs are +1 to Toronto. A 10 is going to the disadvantaged center, so that's going to Napier, and off we go once again. A 62 is an 8 with 3 forecheckers. An 8 shot on goal unless the forecheck is equal to 10, else is a wide shot. Which, okay, this I'm going to have to stop and calculate. So 7, which means it's a shot on goal. Napier with a shot range of a 25, which that won't be on target. Reggett should grab this one. A 43 is a 29. That's going to be a shot on goal for the opposing left wing, which we don't have, so we'll roll again. 45 is a 21 this time. Save and picked up by the opposing center, so right back to Napier. We're still 4 on 4. 56 is a 33 with 3 forecheckers. Wow, we've got another penalty already. Napier going off for slashing this time. Wow, this is getting ugly. And now Toronto finds themselves with a 4-on-3 power play for 30 seconds before Edmonton comes back to even strength. Good grief. All right, so we'll tick off 30 seconds. The penalty to Krashelnyski is now over, so we're back to 4-on-4. We're back to 4-on-4 again. And we'll leave an extra card handy for both teams. While I make sure I've got everything straight, I need to take a small break. We're even strength once again, and these two teams are getting feisty. We're back to 3 forecheckers yet again. So we've got I believe we've got, I know what I wanted to do here. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll be for the penalty to Napier. All right, we're 4-on-4 again, 3 forecheckers, and face-offs right now are +2 to Toronto. So let's drop the puck again in the neutral zone. Actually, I think that got smothered for a defensive zone face-off. So we're actually on a defensive zone face-off here. +2 to Toronto on face-offs. A 7 is going to the advantage center, so that's going to Doust. Shot ranges are increased by 2 as well, so Doust, off we go. That's a 45, which is a 26, 3 forecheckers. That's going to be an interception and a shot on goal for the left wing, so Anderson's going to knife through. His shot range is a 31 at 4-on-4. There's a 31, yeah. 56 will not be on target, however. Reggett should grab this one. 25 is a 4. That'll be a save and picked up by the left wing, which we don't have, so we'll roll again. 55 is a 3. Instead, he'll leave that. Instead, that'll go to Doust, and we'll tick off 30 seconds. Doust with the puck now. A 15 is a 3. ODAI, I got to stop and calculate this. 6, 13. There's going to be no change there. So a 15 is a 3. That's going to be a shot on goal for Doust. His shot range is a 24. A 63 won't be on target. Fuhrer will grab this one. A 25 is a 3. That'll get picked up by the center, which we don't have for Edmonton, so we'll roll again. 54 this time is a 32. And that'll be a shot on goal for Benning now. Benning's a shot range of a 16. Which a 12 is on target. Can Fuhrer find this one? A 44, that seems likely. That's a 2. That'll be picked up by Lowe, and we'll tick off another 30 seconds. Along with ending the penalty to Brubaker. So, actually, no, the penalty that's ending here is... No, it is the penalty to Brubaker that's ending. Who's Toronto. So Toronto now is with the 5-on-4 power play. for 30 seconds. Actually, no, it's going to be longer than that. But Lowe's got it now shorthanded, as Edmonton is suddenly finding themselves shorthanded. A 65 is a 35, which will be another penalty. Good grief. Now we've got Kevin Lowe going off. I did not expect these two teams to be this chippy. He's going to go off for interference. I try to shorten the video. I'm trying to make the video flow faster, and instead I'm finding teams that just want to go ham on each other. So Toronto now with a two-man advantage for... Let's see, then we'll tick off 30 seconds there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good grief. I try to find a game where we can speed it up a little bit, and instead I end up getting teams that just want to fight each other, it seems like, and that are getting very chippy with one another. So, Toronto with a two-man advantage. I've never had a two-man advantage before, so let me just check how that works. Each team has their shot range increased by 10. Toronto's got a golden opportunity here to take the lead against Edmonton. Face-offs right now are +2 to Toronto. There's an offensive zone draw for the Maple Leafs. The Maple Leaf Gardens are buzzing, except a 5 is going to go to the disadvantaged left wing, so it's going to Hughes. And we're off once again. That's a 34 for Hughes. He's a 31. That will be a pass, unless the physicality rating is an 8. I believe that's intimidation. Let me just check that. Unless the total intimidation of all players on the ice is equal to or greater than the number on the phys chart. Okay, so 34 was a 31. The number we're looking at is 8. I'm pretty sure the intimidation... Doust and Benning, oh yeah, that's higher, so that'll be intercepted by Doust. And I believe we tick off after that. Don't we? No, we don't. So Doust with the puck now. That's a 24, which is a 9 on a two-man advantage. That'll be a shot on goal for Doust. His shot range is a 32 because of the two-man advantage. A 22 is on target. Will Fear find this one? A 15 is a 3. I think so. Save, except it's picked up by the center, so nothing doing there. So we have to re-roll on the potential goal chart again. A 15 is a 3. Save and picked up by the center. Got to re-roll. 26 is a 30, and that's going to be in. Doust will pick up the goal on this one, so Dan Doust will finally get the scoring started. So 9 of the first period. It is 1-0 Toronto. We'll roll for assists here in a second, once I get everything situated here. So Toronto had 1.55 assists per game, which is something else I'm going to want. I'm going to be modifying this card already, assuming everything works, to add some space where I can type in the assist per game. So on a 1.55, Toronto, unassisted actually. So that makes my life easy. Okay. And it is now 1-0 Toronto. Actually, I'm going to make one more sheet here. There we go. It's now 1-0 Toronto as the penalty to Napier is now over. But Toronto's not out of danger yet. We'll actually make a line change. Toronto's not out of danger yet, and we'll see our first look at Wayne Gretzky this game. Actually, it's Edmonton who's not out of danger yet because Toronto still has the man advantage. Faceoffs are now +1. Actually, we're going to make a change for Toronto as well. Who are they going to send out? They're going to send their second line out. Oop. We're making line changes all around here. All right, so now that we're all set there, Edmonton is still not out of the woods yet because Toronto still has most of their... No, the penalty should be ending there, not there. Toronto still has most of the penalty to low to work with. So faceoffs are now dead even. And 8 is going to the visiting center. So that's over to Gretzky. Gretzky now with the puck, as Edmonton is still shorthanded. That's a 23, which is a 3. Gretzky, I believe, will knife through. Shot on goal, FP. Let me just double check that. Why do I not see it on here? It should be on here. I thought... Believe me, I would have referenced it if it was on here. Maybe it's a specific in the... on the shorthanded chart. Oh, here we go. Shot on goal, FP. Only counts when a forward is playing the point. Otherwise, it's a neutral zone face-off. So they have a defenseman playing the point, which means that'll be a neutral zone face-off. Okay, that's what that means. Forward point. Duh. Okay, so now that we've got that figured out, it's a neutral zone face-off. Face-offs are still even. That's a 6 on an even face-off is going to the visiting right wing, so over to Lumley. And here we go. Lumley shorthanded with a 43, that's a 29. That'll be intercepted by the left defenseman, so Salming will pick that one up. Salming now with the puck on the power play. A 43 is a 29. That'll be intercepted by the left defenseman over to Fogelin and will tick off 30 seconds. Fogelin with the puck. A 25 is a 7. That'll be a neutral zone face-off. We'll tick off 30 seconds, and that will end the penalty to Kevin Lowe. Toronto gets a goal out of that, but not much else. As the score is now 1-0 in favor of the Maple Leafs. Faceoffs are still going to be even. Let's drop the puck. A 7 is going to the home centers. That's over to Jarvis. And we are off once again. Jarvis now with the puck. Both teams are going to go to 2 forecheckers now that we're hopefully out of the chippiness and maybe we can get a little bit of a cleaner game, guys. Jarvis with the puck. That's a 33, which is a 3. That'll trigger an ODAI check. Gretzky and Fogelin. 12 is a -1, so a 3 is going to become a 2, which with 2 forecheckers will be a shot on goal. Jarvis's shot range is goose eggs, though, so Fuhr will find this one. 62 is a 5. That'll get picked up by Lumley and will tick off 30 seconds. Lumley with the puck. 62 is an 8. Which I'm sure will trigger... Nope, that won't trigger an ODAI check. Shot on goal unless the forecheck is equal to 11. Jarvis line, forecheck is equal to 6. So that will be a shot on goal. Lumley's shot range is a 21. 23, he won't tie the game with that one. Reggett will find this one. A 31 is a 4. That'll be picked up by Dorlago and will tick off another 30 seconds. Dorlago with the puck now. That's a 55. 1 ODAI, Gretzky and Fogelin is a 12. That's a -1. So 55 is still a 1, which means that'll be a shot on goal. Derlago's shot range is a 33. A 15 is on target. Does he give the Maple Leafs a 2-0 lead? Let's find out. On Fear's card, a 61 is a 22. Score! Bill Derlago picks up the second goal for the Maple Leafs, and that's 11:30. One. Now we'll roll for assists. 1.55. 35. We will have 2 assists. A 1 is going to be left wing, except he was already the left wing. Center and the right wing. So that'll be from Wes Jarvis and Mirko Freiser. It is now 2-0 Toronto. It's now 2-0 Toronto, and we're past the halfway point of the first period. Fuhr is already looking a little shaky in net. We'll go ahead and make some changes here for the lines. And we'll put that pair on. We haven't gotten them any time yet today. We'll put this line out. Push that card in just a touch. And we'll bring this pair out. Okay. Now that we've got that figured out, face-offs are +3 to Edmonton, as Toronto is now up 2-0 already. You're looking shaky in net today. That's a 4 with an advantage +3. That's going to the disadvantaged left defenseman, so over to Nyland. Nyland with the puck, as both teams are back at even strength with 2 forecheckers. A 62 is an 8. That'll be a shot on goal unless the forecheck is equal to 11. That's 14, so that'll be a wide shot instead. I know I've got wide shot here somewhere. I think it's actually in the book. Or is it wide shot right here? So it's a wide shot, so we'll see what happens. A 7 is a shot on goal for the highest shot frequency. Shot frequency is either Anderson or Courtnall. I'm going to choose Anderson. So if the roll is greater than... And so it was a wide shot. Okay, so actually we have to check the combined clearing, which I believe is going to be a 2-dice roll for... So it's greater than the clearing rating, which for them is a 5, which is a 7, so we will roll here. That's an 11. Team caught in offensive zone as wide shot deflects into the neutral zone. Shot on goal for the opposing second highest shot frequency. So this is for Edmonton now. Looks like it's Krashelnyski who's going to be taking the shot. His shot range is a 34. Which a 53 is not on target. Reggett will find this one. A 51 is a 4. On a normal save, that'll get picked up by the left wing, by Anderson, and will tick off 30 seconds. Anderson with the puck now. A 26 is a 15, which will trigger an ODAI check. Messier and Gregg at 18. +1. That'll be intercepted by Krashelnyski and will tick off 30 seconds. Krashelnyski with the puck. 43 is a 29, which will be intercepted by the left D and will tick off. That'll be intercepted by Nyland. Will tick off 30 seconds. Nyland with the puck. 31. Let me get that out of the way. 31 is a 16. Which I believe will become a 17 on ODAI check. Yep, that'll be a 17. Intercepted by Messier and will tick off 30 seconds. Edmonton wants to go for a line change. 44, they'll get that, so that'll go to the opposing left D. It'll be a dump and chase situation, though. I've got to double check how dump and chase works. So I know I've got a chart in here for that. Here we go. So we've got an in-the-corner battle coming up. Check the in-the-corner battle, the matchup opponent. So it's going to the left defenseman, which means on a 5, the center will be, it's going to the left. So either way, the center will be the opponent. And then we check the in-the-corner battle is won by the defenseman. So there should be an... Which one is... I'm trying to remember which number you check for that. The dump and chase. I got to check the advanced rules for this one. Okay. Then the in-the-corner battle takes place between the roll a die. Okay, so it's the center going in. Now check the respective C ratings. So 12 and 10, which means... Actually, Edmonton was going for the change, so they're going to get their second line on. Now it's a C of 4, which means Nyland will end up with the puck. We'll change everybody out here. Toronto also wants to go for a line change. Except they're going to ice the puck, which I was hoping would happen so I could take a small break. Offensive zone face-off coming for Edmonton as Toronto iced the puck. Face-offs are +1 to Edmonton. A 3 is going to the advantage left wing, so that's over to Dave Hunter. Dave Hunter with the puck now. Got an offensive zone win. A 13 is a 5. That'll be a shot on goal right off the bat. His shot range is a 24. Which a 66 won't be on target. Reggett will find this one. And 11 is a 1. He's going to let that get picked up by Nyland. We'll tick off 30 seconds, and Toronto's going to try again on the line change. Except once again, they're going to ice the puck. So Nyland can't. So Toronto can't get fresh legs on the ice. As we have another offensive zone draw for Edmonton. Faceoffs are still +1 to Edmonton. 9 is going to the advantage centers. That's going over to Bill Carroll. Carroll with the puck. A 51 is a 6 on an offensive zone face-off win. That'll be a shot on goal, block +1. Block is 1-0. So I believe with a block, so a 2. But you're going to re-roll a die unless the block, some of the block shot ratings of defensemen plus the number to the right. So if it's greater than a 2, the shot gets blocked. So that shot gets blocked, and that'll go to Nyland. Toronto really wants to get fresh legs on the ice. They can't get off the ice to save their lives today. They will there, as it'll go to the opposing right D. Toronto will finally make a change. But who's going into the corner on the dump and chase situation? Let's find out. I should probably make a copy of this dump and chase chart. That's a 4. That'll be going to, it's going to the right D, so the left wing's going into the corner. A C of 9 and a C of 9. I believe on a tie, tie to the defenseman. Let me just double check that. Forward C, the defenseman takes control of the puck. Okay. So yes, Lowe is in control of the puck now. A 35 is a 20 with 2 forecheckers. 20, Therrien and Stewart. Therrien and Benning. So that's an 18, that's an ODAI +1, so that'll be intercepted by the left wing by Podubny, and we'll tick off 30 seconds. Podubny with the puck now for Toronto. A 23 is a 7, which I believe will trigger an ODAI check. Yep. That's Carroll and Coffey. 18 is a +1, so that'll be a shot on goal with forecheck, unless forecheck is equal to 11. And the forecheck for the Carroll line is 12, so that'll be a wide shot. Means we need to check on the total clearing rating 2, 6. That'll get cleared. That'll be a wide shot. Actually, that'll just get cleared, it looks like, which means that'll be a neutral zone face-off. All right, so we've got a new time sequence. So we've got a new sequence lined up. Carroll and face-offs are +1 to Toronto. 8 is going to the disadvantaged left wing, so back over to Hunter. Back over to Hunter. 25 is a 1, which ODI, Therrien and Benning will become a 2. That'll still be a shot on goal, though, for Hunter. His shot range is a 24, which a 55 won't be on target. Reggett will find this one. Reggett's on tonight. 61 is a 22. Except that'll get picked up by the opposed. That'll get picked right back up by Hunter again, and we'll tick off 30 seconds. Hunter gets the puck back. A 62 is an 8, which won't trigger an ODI check. Forecheck for the Therrien line is equal to 13, so that'll be a wide shot. Check the clearing rating. 2, 5. That's a 4. So that'll actually get cleared for a neutral zone face-off, which I believe ticks off another 30 seconds, right? Let me just double check that. Shot on goal with total forecheck. Okay, so yeah, I believe. Yeah, if that got cleared, wide shot. I just got it. Okay, so shot wide. Check the wide. Okay, so we actually have to check the wide shot chart since it's not greater. I get so confused by this. Oh, that's a check clear. All right, so on the wide shot, nothing happened there. So I'm just going to call it a neutral zone face-off because I kind of lost the flow a little bit. Face-offs are still +1 to Toronto. That's a 6. That's going to the advantage left defenseman. So that's over to Benning. And we're back with the puck. Benning now. That's a 22, which is a 1. Carroll and Coffey on ODAI is an 18. That's a +1, so that'll become a 2, which is still good for a shot on goal. Benning's shot range is a 14. 45 won't be on target. And Fuhrer will come up with this one. That's a 63, which is a 38. Uh-oh. Save, deflected into the seats for a defensive zone face-off, and we'll tick off 30 seconds. Make personnel changes. Make changes all around here. Okay. Face-offs are +2 to Toronto right now. Toronto's in the offensive zone. That's a 6 with an advantage left wing. So Derlago with the puck. He's already scored once today. Let's see what Derlago does with an offensive zone win. 26 is a 15. That'll be a pass. We've got to determine where it's going. All right, the 6 is going to the third highest shot frequency. So, let's see. 12, 23 goose eggs. We're just going to send it to Jarvis. But it's not going to be a shot on goal. If the result is less than or equal to the passer's assist rating, so we roll again. If it's equal to or less than 34, it's a shot. Otherwise, it's a basic pass. And 25 is a shot, except he's got no shot range. So Fuhrer will find this one. 63 is a 38. That'll be deflected into the seats again for a defensive zone face-off. Fuhrer trying to keep this a 2-0 game, but his defense is not giving him a lot of help. Face-offs are still +2 to Toronto. A 4 is going right back to going to Salming. Salming with the puck now in an offensive zone win. That's a 15, which is a 4. That'll be a shot on goal for Salming. His shot range is a 12. 33 won't be on target. Fuhr will find this one. An 11 is a 1. That'll get picked up by Randy Gregg and will tick off 30 seconds. Gregg with the puck now. A 44 is a 5. Jarvis and Salming on ODAI is a 13. No change there. So a 44 is a 5. That should be a shot on goal. Shot on goal, actually... Player gets a shot on goal if any teammate has a higher assist rating than the roll. 44... No, he doesn't get it, so that's just going to be a neutral zone face-off instead. Which, does that tick off 30 seconds? Yes it does. So that's another 30-second time sequence for a neutral zone face-off. Which means they're coming back out to center ice for the face-off. Face-offs are still +2 Toronto. That's a 7, which is going to the advantage center, so Jarvis with it. Jarvis now with the puck. A 43 is a 29. That'll be intercepted by Gregg and will tick off 30 seconds. Edmonton wants to go for a change here to finish the period. A 25, that will go to the opposing center while Edmonton makes their change. We'll change everybody out here. Toronto also wants to go for a change. And they'll get their change as it'll go to Lumley. Lumley now with the puck. That's a 34, which is a 35. And we're getting back to getting chippy again, as Dave Lumley is now going to go off. He's going off for elbowing. So the Maple Leafs are going to find themselves right back on the power play again. We'll bring the power play and penalty kill teams right back out. Okay. And I believe that will take us to the end of the period, most likely. I think we'll have about 30 seconds of a sequence. Actually, no. The period should end with the power play. So Toronto, once again, with the man advantage. Faceoffs are +2 to Edmonton. A 7 is going to the advantage center, so Messier with the puck. And here we go. 24 is a 9. On the shorthanded chart, that'll be intercepted by the right defenseman, so over to Bill Stewart. That's a 63. Which is a 25 on the man advantage. 25 is going to be intercepted by Lowe and will tick off 30 seconds. Kevin Lowe with the puck now. 45 is a 26. That'll be intercepted by Brubaker. Brubaker with the puck. A 52 is a 37. 37. Oh, geez. Fighting again. So, wow. Brubaker really wants... So, these guys are getting chippy today. Messier with the 14 first for Majors. Nope. Low. Low will jump. So, we're gonna have fighting Majors. And I believe Kevin Lowe. Wow, okay. So I guess we're back to getting chippy again. Fortunately for Edmonton, or fortunately for Toronto, this is now a 4-on-3 situation. So that's going to carry well into the second period. But we've got our face-offs once again. Face-offs are still +2 to Edmonton. Which a 6 is going to the advantage left wing, so Krashelnyski. Krashelnyski with the puck. A 35 is a 4. Shorthanded once again. That'll be a neutral zone face-off, but there's the horn, and that's the end of the first period. So after 1, Toronto's leading Edmonton 2-0. Historically, Toronto only scored 1 in the game. Edmonton had, I'm not sure what the actual box score was, but Edmonton definitely was not at goose eggs on the board. So we'll get set for the second period of action as we're going to come back to even strength. 2-0 Toronto heading into the second period. Edmonton needs to get something going here, but we are going to be 4-on-4 for the next 4 minutes. Both teams are using 3-4 checkers, and everybody's ready for the opening face-off, so here we go. That's a 5 on an advantage +1 to Toronto. Going to the disadvantaged right wing, so that's over to McClelland for Edmonton. McClelland with the puck. That's a 24, which is a 27. That'll be intercepted and a shot on goal by Terry, and his shot range is a 24. 55 is not on target. Fuhr will find this one. He'll make an easy save on that with a 12. 25. Shot on goal for the opposing highest shot frequency, but we have to check the clear. So the highest shot frequency is Gavin, but we have to check the clear rating. The clear here is a 2. Seems like it should be easier to get it out. So if the total clearing rating is greater than a 2-dice roll, what? That seems confusing. If the total clearing rating is equal to or greater than a 2-dice roll, the puck is cleared. So an 8, that'll be a shot on goal for Gavin. His shot range is a 21 with, I forgot we're 4-on-4, so that 55 wouldn't have been on target anyway. Gavin's shot range is a 21. That's not on target. Fuhr will find this one, just so I know who we're rolling on. That's a 22, which is a 2 4-on-4. Doesn't really matter here. We don't have a right D, so we'll roll again. That's a 24, which is a 19. That'll be picked up by the opposing left defenseman, so that'll be over to Benning, and we'll tick off 30 seconds. Benning with the puck as Toronto stays on the attack. That's a 43, which is a 29. That'll be intercepted and shot on goal by Coffey. His shot range is a 25. Which is 63 won't be on target. Reggett will find this one. 56 is a 34. Won't be good, though. Save, but the goal gets knocked off the moorings for a defensive zone face-off, and we'll tick off 30 seconds. So Edmonton with an offensive zone opportunity here. A 10 is face-offs are still +1 to Toronto. 10 is going to the disadvantaged center, so over to Carroll, which means Edmonton gets their offensive win. A 31 is a 6. That'll be a shot on goal block +1. So block is 1, 3, 4. That'll be a single die roll, I believe. Yes. Shot on goal occurs unless the block sum shot rating. The sum of the two opposing defensemen and block shot rating. So a 4. Actually, a blocked. Yes, 4. So it's greater than or equal to the sum of the additional die roll, which is a 6. It's a blocked shot, so that'll be blocked and picked up by Benning. Benning with a 53. That's a 9. That'll be a blocked shot over to Coffee. Coffee with the puck now. A 14 is a 30. Icing. So Edmonton ices the puck for a defensive zone faceoff. We're not going to make any personnel changes here. Faceoffs are still +1 to Toronto, who's now we're now in Toronto's offensive zone. An 8 going to the disadvantaged left wing, though, so that's over to Hunter. Edmonton with a big defensive zone win there, trying to keep this score right where it is and potentially eat into Toronto's lead. 53 is a 6. That'll be a shot on goal, block +1. So block is a 3 once again, so a 4. So this needs to be this needs to be under 4 for a shot. Which a 4 greater than or equal to, I think. Yep, okay, it's a block shot, so Benning will pick that back up. Benning now with the puck. A 45 is a 26 with 3 forecheckers. That'll be intercepted and shot on goal for Hunter. We've got a lot going on here. Shot range is a 26 since we're 4 on 4. Which a 25 will be on target. Can Reggett find this one? A 15 is a 3. He'll make a huge save and get that over to Terrian. Toronto wants to go for a line change. Except they'll ice the puck, so Edmonton will actually get to make a change. Edmonton will do it like this. Okay, Toronto won't get to make a change, of course. Faceoffs are now +2 to Toronto. That's a 6, which is going to the advantage left wing, which we don't have, so we'll have to re-roll for Toronto. Have to re-roll the faceoff. A 12, going to the disadvantaged left D. We do have Randy Gregg for Edmonton, who gets an offensive zone win, so let's see what he does with it. A 34 is a 31. He will pass it unless the intimidation rating for everybody on the ice, 2, 5, 10. It won't be high enough, so that will go to wherever he wants it to go. He'll pass it to Anderson. Anderson with the puck. Anderson rolls a 56. That's a 34. Now that we're back to 3 forecheckers. Coincidental penalties on a 2 to 8. Or a neutral zone face-off, 9 to 12. Either way, we're ticking off 30 seconds. That's a 4, so we've got coincidental minors. Let's see, we check the minors. Stewart first with a 24, which that's not. Then we'll check for Gavin with a 21. We will have coincidental minors, so they'll both go off for roughing. I'm going to crack open the window here. So bear in mind with me for that. Okay. Let a little fresh air in here. So at 2 minutes of the... Come on. 2 minutes of the second period. We're going to have coincidental minors for roughing. Who just went? Gavin. Stu Gavin. These two teams do not want to play nice. So now we're going to 3-on-3 hockey. All right, we'll make changes here once again. So now Edmonton's losing a left wing. And Toronto, I need another card for Toronto. Toronto's losing their right wing now. I'm also making changes while we're at it. So Toronto's going to be wingless for the next 2 minutes. 1, 2, 3. So I think all the penalties clear. All the penalties, actually, no. That's going to clear like that. Then we'll tick off 30 seconds for that. Wow, we're down to 3-on-3 hockey now. I don't think that has definitely never happened before. Let's see, 3-on-3. Jeez. Okay, there's got to be some kind of increase here. I'm just looking. Special rules for... This is nuts. I have never had a 3-on-3, and apparently I don't see any rules for it in the rule book. So we're just going to stick with... We're going to go with shot ranges increased by... We're going to go with shot ranges increased by 5, because this is crazy. I'm actually going to make a quick note of that. What did I do with my dry erase? Oh, here it is. So... 3-on-3, shot rating is going to be +5 for everybody. That seems reasonable, just because the ice is so opened up at this point. I'm sure somebody can weigh in on in the comments down below if there's a rule for 3-on-3 hockey, but I did not see one in there in the slightest. Probably buried in there, just my luck, but I don't really have time to go digging for it. Anyway, now that we've ticked off our time, let's rock and roll here. Face-offs are +1 to Edmonton. That's a 5 on a +1. That's going to the disadvantaged right wing, which, too bad we don't have that for Toronto. We'll roll again. That's a 5. Still no disadvantaged right wing. That needs to move back just a little bit. An 11, which we have an advantaged right defenseman, so that will go to Bill Stewart. Stewart with the puck. And the 3-on-3 hockey now. We're just going to stick with 3-4 checkers. Actually, yeah. Ice is very open at this point. 53 is a 19, which is going to trigger an ODAI check. I would be stunned if 11 is going to be a -1. So that'll be intercepted by Curry. We'll tick off 30 seconds. Yari Curry with the puck. 22 is a 1. I'm not even going to pretend it's an ODAI check. There's going to be a shot on goal. Curry with a shot range of 41. Actually, 46. Which that will definitely be on target. Can Reggett find this one? A 25 is a 4. That'll be a huge save picked up by the left wing, except we got to roll again for that because we don't have a left wing. 55 is a 3. We do have a center though. Jarvis will pick that one up and we'll tick off 30 seconds, and that will end the fighting penalties. So we're just gonna I'm just gonna pull out the penalized players here. So that was the left wing for Toronto and the right defenseman for Edmonton. So now with penalties over, now with the fighting penalties over, it's Jarvis with the puck. We've got one more sequence of 4-on-4, so we're back to shot rating +2 for everybody. A 46 is a 45. That's not going to be good with 3-4 checkers. Possible bench minor or a rare play. Possible bench minor, so roster sheet has each team's propensity for bench minors. I had to print off the roster sheet earlier because I needed the assist per game from it. Here we go. Bench minor for... First we check the team that it triggered for, right? Both dice and check opposing team first. So Edmonton... Toronto triggered it, so we check for Edmonton first. Their bench minor is an 11. Not happening there. Toronto's is a 0. Apparently they didn't get penalized for bench minors. So instead... That will end up being okay, so both dice, if no penalty, reroll against team in possession. If no penalty called, we'll check for a neutral zone face-off or a rare play. It'll be actually, I don't think we have that on... Oh, we just have a rare play, it looks like. Alright, so I've got to find the rare play chart here. 2 dice total. So 2 dice total is 11. And then so 2 dice total is 11, and then we roll, actually 11. How do these rare plays work? Also never had a rare play, so a rare play has occurred. Alright, so when the board result, okay, when an injury, what? Following through with each play on the rare play chart. Still doesn't explain how to use this chart. Actually, let's see if there's something on a rare play. Consult the rare play chart on pages 16 to 17. So it does explain how to read these charts. Oh, under the 2 dice between 5 and 6. Alright, so 2 dice total between 10 and 12. So it looks like we're on that column. Then we roll again to determine the rare play. That's a 41. So a visiting player with the highest misconduct argues, visiting players, that's Edmonton, with the highest misconduct rate, argues with and bumps the referee and is ejected. So the misconduct rating is, we've got nobody there, so nobody gets ejected, which means we're going to a neutral zone face-off. And I'm going to take a small break after all that. After all that mess with the rare play, now we're back to 4-on-4 hockey for one more sequence. Face-offs are +1 to Edmonton. That's a 7, and that will be going to the advantaged right wing, so over to Curry. Curry with the puck. If we can get it in the shaker. That's a 22, which is a 1 ODAI, 3, 6, 10. -1. That's still going to be a shot on goal for Curry. His shot range is a 41. That's a 63. Reggett will find this one. A 23 is an 11. That'll be a save picked up by the right wing, except we don't have the right wing, so we'll roll again. A 25 is a 4. We do have a left wing, though, and we'll tick off 30 seconds and end the fighting penalties. So I'll adjust. So timeout while I get the covered players back out. That's Toronto. Trying to keep these stacked together. Hopefully we'll keep it clean, even with Toronto up 2-0. So that's over to Derlago. Both teams will go to 2 forecheckers. And we're back to even strength, back to full strength for both teams. Derlago with a 34-31. That'll be a pass unless the intimidation rating. So the Messier line has an intimidation of only 7. Actually 7, 9. So that'll be a pass. He'll pass that over to Freiser. Freiser with the puck. As a 14, that's a 30. That'll be an icing on a defensive zone face-off, and we'll tick off 30 seconds. Edmonton will make a change. Toronto, having iced the puck, can't make a change. All right, Gretzky we're even face-offs. We got the Gretzky line out now. A 6 on an even face-off is going to the visiting right wing, so over to Lumley. Lumley with the puck on an offensive zone win for Edmonton. That's a 63. There's a 25. That'll be intercepted by the right D, so that'll get intercepted by Stewart. We'll tick off 30 seconds. Stewart with the puck. A 54 is a 32. That'll be a pass, unless the intimidation rating for Gretzky and Coffey is only 11. So that'll be a pass up to Derlago. Derlago gets the biscuit once again. A 12 is a 25. That'll be intercepted by Lowe. We'll tick off 30 seconds. Kevin Lowe with the puck now. See what he does with it. 43 is a 29. That'll get intercepted by Benning. We'll tick off 30 seconds. Toronto wants to go for a line change here. A 15, that will go to the opposing left wing, and Toronto will make their change. Edmonton also wants to go for a change as Lindstrom has the puck. And they'll get it over, and it'll move over to Brubaker as Edmonton makes their change. We'll leave that as is. So Brubaker now has the puck. A 15 is a 5. ODAI with Napier and Coffey. 16 is a 0. So 15 is a 5. That'll be a shot on goal. If anybody has an assist rating higher than 15, plenty of teammates do. So shot range for Brubaker is a 32. 44 won't be on target. Fuhr will find this one. 25 is a 3. That'll be picked up by Napier, and we'll tick off 30 seconds. Napier with the puck for Edmonton now. Let's see what he does with it. 24 is a 9, which will be a blocked shot, so Salming will pick that one up. Salming with the puck. 64 is a 7. ODA, I believe, will make that Napier and Coffey. 16, actually just barely no change, so that'll be a shot on goal. Block plus 2, though, so we have to roll. So block is 4, plus 2 is 6. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be a shot on goal unless it's a 6, which that is not. So that'll be a shot on goal for Salming. His shot range is a 12. That won't be on target. Fuhr will find this one. 54 is a 32. That'll be a save, but a shot on goal right back for Salming. Shot range is still a 12. 36 won't be on target. Fuhr will find this one as well. 14 is a 30. That'll be a save and a shot on goal for the opposing center. Doust's shot range is a 22. 41 is not on target. Fuhr will find this one. 24 is a 19. Save and picked up by Salming again. Picked up by Salming, and we'll tick off 30 seconds. Salming with the puck. 13 is a 22. That'll be 2 forecheckers. Intercepted by Napier. We'll tick off 30 seconds. Napier with the puck. Get in there. 23 is a 4. ODAI for Doust and Salming, since I'm almost sure that's going to trigger a check. Will be an 11, which will be -1. So we said 23 was a 4. That'll become a 3. Shot on goal with a possible tip-in. So who's taking the tip-in shot? 6 is the third highest offensive I rating. So third highest offensive I rating. 7, 6, 6, 6, 5. So it's tied for 6. We're going to have Hughes take the possibly take the tip-in shot. So Hughes is a tip-in of an I of a 6. A 4. No tip-in shot on original player gets a shot on goal plus 2. So Napier gets a shot range of a 25. Which a 21 is on target. Will Reggett find this one? 41 is a 24. That doesn't sound like it. He will actually save. Shot on goal for opposing highest shot frequency. The highest shot frequency would be Anderson, but we have to check the clear rating. For Salming, the clear rating is a 7. If it's higher, they get it out. That's a 10, so that will get cleared for a defensive zone face-off. And before we have that defensive zone face-off, I need to change my battery. I also made personnel changes while we were at it. Face-offs are +1 Edmonton. Edmonton is in the offensive zone here. They got a flurry on Reggett, but he held. A 4 on a +1 faceoff is going to Nealand, the disadvantaged left defenseman, and we're off once again. Nealand with the puck on a defensive win. 43 is a 29. That'll get intercepted and a shot on goal by the left defenseman. So over to Greg, and we'll tick off 30 seconds. His shot range, though, is pretty bad. He's a 13. That won't be on target. Reggett will find this one. 45 is a 21. 21 is going to get picked up by Messier, and we'll tick off 30 seconds. Messier with the puck now. 51 is a 3. ODAI, Therrien, and Nealand. We'll make that a 17, so that'll be a +1. 51 is a 3. ODI will make that a 4, which is if he a regular shot on goal. Messier with a shot range of a 26. He's trying to knife through. Get a good shot off, which that won't be on target. Reggett will find this one. 22 is a 2. He'll leave that for He'll leave that for Kitchen, and we'll tick off 30 seconds. Kitchen with the puck now. That's a weird name, Bill Kitchen. 15 is a 7, which I'm pretty sure will trigger an ODAI check. Messier and Greg. 18 will be +1. 15 we said was a 7, which an 8. So, yep, that'll trigger an ODAI check. Forecheck equal to 11, so that will be a wide shot. So we'll roll for the clear rating on the defenseman. The clear rating for them is a 5. A 3. So they actually, I believe they get that out. At least that's how I've been playing that. Actually, let me double check that. So that's just double checking that. Not player shot wide, check the wide shot chart. So I think they just got that out. So that'll be a neutral zone face-off. I'm probably doing the wide shots wrong, but I'm sure somebody will correct me on that in the comments down below. This rule book is admittedly not the best in the world. It sounded like Dave Gardner was working on a table of contents for this. I'm hoping that gets ready soon, but this is probably going to stick to being exhibitions for me. But my initial impression is that the video still feels like it's going to be too long for me to warm up to season replays. Anywho, that's not solving our current problem here. Edmonton is still +1 on faceoffs. We're through 9:30 of the second period. We're on a neutral zone faceoff. A 9 on a +1 faceoff is going to Messier, which means Messier's off and running with the puck once again. 62 is an 8. ODAI won't get triggered actually. Shot on goal unless the forecheck's equal to 11. So Therrien line is 13, which means that'll be another wide shot. But I believe we just go straight. We might actually just go straight to the wide shot chart since they're saying it's wide. 7 is going to be a shot on goal for the highest shot frequency. So I believe that'll be a shot for Toronto after a wide shot. Highest shot frequency 19. It's going to be Gavin taking the shot. His shot range is a 15. That won't be on target. Fuhr will find this one. 33 is a 1. That will be picked up by Greg, and we'll tick off 30 seconds. Edmonton wants to go for a line change. Except they'll ice the puck. And they'll end up with a defensive zone face-off. Toronto will make a change. They're going to put the Jarvis line back out. All right, so the Messier line's stuck on the ice with Greg. Faceoffs are still +1 to Edmonton. We're halfway through the second period. Still 2-0 Toronto. 5 on an advantaged +1 faceoff is disadvantaged right wing, so that's over to Freiser. Freiser with the puck on a defensive zone win. Off we go. 25 is a 1. That'll be a shot on goal, as Freiser will take it through. Actually, that would be an offensive zone face-off win either way. 23 is a shot range. 42 is off target. Fuhr will find this one. I'm reading red as my 10s, white as my 1s. But anyway, Fuhrer with the 56 is a 34. Save, but the goal will get knocked off the moorings for a defensive zone face-off. Now Edmonton will make their change. We'll leave Greg and Melnick out. So that's that'll be a defensive zone face-off. Toronto's still on offense here. Face-offs are now +1 to Toronto. An 8 is going to the disadvantaged left wing, so that's over to Hunter as he picks up a big defensive zone win. Edmonton trying to keep this 2-0. Hunter with the puck. 62 on an offensive zone win is an 8. That'll be a shot on goal. Forecheck equal to shot on goal if the forecheck is not equal to 10. For the Jarvis line, forecheck is equal to 6, so that'll be a shot on goal. His shot range is a 24. That's a 12. That's on target. Will Hunter put the Oilers on the board? 43 is a 29. He will score. Dave Hunter picks up the first Edmonton goal of this game at 10:30 of the second period. Come on, there we go. 10:32. Dave Hunter, Edmonton. So now we need to check for assists. Edmonton had 1.67 assists per game. They're going to be on 1.65. 14, there will be 2 assists. 6 will be highest to lowest assist rating. So that'll be from Melnick and Greg. So Larry Melnick and Randy Gregg. And it is now 2-1 Edmonton, 2-1 in favor of Toronto. As we'll head back to center ice for the face-off. Face-offs are still +1 to Toronto. That's a 5. They'll be going to disadvantaged right wing, so over to McClelland. And now Edmonton playing with Edmonton. Hopefully, Edmonton will see what happens here. McClelland with the puck. 25 is a 1. ODAI for Jarvis and Benning. Jarvis and Benning will make that a 12. That'll be -1. That'll still be a shot on goal from McClelland. Shot range is a 15. That won't be on target. Reggett will find this one. Reggett with a 31 is a 4. That'll get picked up by Gerlago. Will tick off 30 seconds. Gerlago with the puck. 14 is a 30. That'll be icing, so Toronto will ice the puck. For a defensive zone face-off for them. No changes will be made. Toronto can't change because they iced the puck. Edmonton could, but they're not going to. Actually, are they? No. They're not going to make a change here. Face-offs are still +1 to Jarvis. A 9. It's going to the advantage center. That's going straight to Jarvis. With a defensive zone win, here goes Toronto. A 55 is a 6 on a defensive zone win. That'll be a neutral zone face-off, and we'll tick off 30 seconds, and both teams are going to go for a change. And Toronto gets last change, so they will they'll do it like this. Okay. So they're all set there for the neutral zone face-off. 7:30 left to play in the second period. That's a 3 on a face-off that's +1 to Toronto. Advantage left wing, so Brubaker with the puck. Brubaker now. I'll switch my tab over on my Excel sheet. Brubaker with the puck after a neutral zone win. 54 is a 36. That'll be potential for a fight. So we'll roll 2-8, we had a fight, neutral zone face-off on a 9-12. That's an 8, so we got potential for a fight. Good, actually, yes, potential for a fight. So we have to check the misconduct, or the major rating for both teams. Hughes would be first to potentially jump with a 23. Just barely, but no, he won't jump. Next is Fogelin with a 15. No, he won't jump. Anderson with an 11. Nope. Napier with an 11. No. So Brubaker will go off alone for roughing, which means I actually need the penalty tab on... Come on. So this is going to be 12:30 of the second period. Check Brubaker, Toronto. Roughing, 2 minutes. All right, let me grab a Edmonton card. No, Edmonton, Toronto card. This has been a pretty ugly game. We'll put power play teams back on. As now Edmonton with a great opportunity to tie this game. Okay. Face-offs are +1 to Edmonton. 8 on a +1 face-off. Disadvantaged left wing, which we don't have, so we'll roll again. That's a 10. Disadvantaged center, which we do have. Therrien with the puck, short as Toronto finds himself shorthanded, which reminds me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tipping that so I know when the penalty ends. Therrien with the puck. Here we go. That's a 41, which is a 24. Shorthanded. What did we say? 41 was a 24. Intercepted by Coffey. So Coffey now with the puck. Let's see what Edmonton can do with this. 24 is a 9. With the man advantage, that will be a shot on goal. His shot range is a 25 because of the man advantage. 22 will be on target. Will Coffey tie the game? Let's see what Reggett has to say about that. 63 is a 38. It's a goal on a 2-10, penalty shot on an 11-12. This game is tied. Paul Coffey puts it in the net. 2-2. As Edmonton ties the game at 2. Maple Leaf Gardens groans. Ugh. 1.65 assists per game. 2 assists. Highest to lowest assist rating. So that'll be Coffey from Curry and Messier. So that's 12:30, period 2. What did we say? Highest, so that was from, right, Curry and Messier. No, don't autocorrect that. And just like that, this game is even at 2 apiece. Fuhr seems to have settled down. Reggett's now the one apparently in the middle of a meltdown. But we'll move back out to to the neutral zone for our next face-off. We're not going to make any changes here just yet. That's a 7. Face-offs are still +1 to Edmonton. So that'll be going over to Curry. Yari Curry with the puck now. See what he does with it. A 52 is a 30. That's going to be an icing defensive zone face-off. So Edmonton now in their defensive zone. Toronto with an offensive zone opportunity here. Let's see if they can take advantage. On 8, disadvantaged left wing. Podubny has the puck. Podubny, let's see what he can do with it on an offensive win. A 43 is a 29. That'll be intercepted by Coffee. We'll tick off 30 seconds. Edmonton is going to try to go for a line change here. 54, we're going to have a dump and chase situation that goes to the opposing right D. We'll put this line on. We'll put the Gretzky line on. Lindstrom will head into the corner, except McGill will very much control that puck. Toronto also wants to make a line change here. And that'll go to the opposing left D. So that'll be the right wing heading in, as they'll put this line out. That'll be Vave heading in with a 9 against a 6. So Vave is actually going to end up with the puck, which means on the dump and chase, I've got to see how this works out. So check for an in-the-slot challenger. So let's see who he's going to be. Let's see who Vave's going to be taking on for an in-the-slot battle. Has to name the highest shot frequency. So highest shot frequency would be Doused. So who's he taking on for an in-the-slot battle? He'll be taking on, so that's the center, taking on the left wing. Is that another C rating check for in the slot? That's the I ratings this time. Left of the slash for the offensive player. So he's a 6. Right of the left wing is a 3. So Doused will get a shot with a shot rating +2 after winning the in-the-slot battle. Actually, shot rating +1. So his shot rating is a 23, which that's not on target. Fuhr will find this one. 56 is a 34. That'll be a save, but the goal will get knocked off the moorings for a defensive zone face-off. It is now 2-all in favor of... It's now 2-all. Before we move into our next sequence, I do need to take a small break. Toronto looking at an offensive zone opportunity here. Face-offs are +1 to Edmonton, though. That's a 7, so that'll be going over to Lumley. Lumley will pick up a big defensive zone win. Lumley with the puck. A 15 is a 1. He'll knife all the way through and get a shot on goal. His shot range is a 21. That's on target. Can Lumley give the Oilers the lead? Let's see what Reggett has to say. A 24 is a 19. That's in. Lumley puts the Oilers on top 3-2. Maple Leaf Gardens barfs. Bleh. Edmonton will have 13, 2 assists on the play. 5 is going to be from Melnick and Lindstrom at 14:30 of the second period. So who did we say that was from? Melnick and Lindstrom. So Larry Melnick and Willie Lindstrom. And just like that, it is 3-2 Edmonton. The first period was all Toronto. Now it's been all Edmonton. It's been a good one, though. We'll leave the lines out there and head back to center ice for the face-off. That's a 5, and face-offs are +1 to Edmonton. On a 5, going to the disadvantaged right wing, so over to Vave. And off we go. A 64 is a 3, ODAI for Gretzky and Greg. We'll make that -1, so a 3 becomes a 2. That'll be a shot on goal for Vave. His shot range is a 23. 52 will not be on target. Fuhr will find this one. That's a 24 for a 19. Saved but picked up by Nyland. Tick off 30 seconds. Nyland with the puck now. 65 is a 35. And Nyland will go off for interference at 15:30 of the second period. So now an opportunity for Edmonton to potentially extend their lead. We'll get power play and penalty kill units on. Okay. So now we've got an offensive zone draw for Edmonton, who also has the man advantage. Faceoffs are +1 to Edmonton. That's a 7. That's going to the advantage wing, right wing, so over to Curry. Curry with the puck. And Edmonton now 1, 2, 3, 4. So when we get to that, penalty is over. Okay. All right. Curry with the puck. That's a 65 with a 29 on the man advantage. That's going to be intercepted by the left D, which we don't have, so we'll roll again. 55 is a 1. That'll be a shot on goal. His shot range is a 43 because of the man advantage. 26 will be on target. Will Curry extend the Edmonton lead? Let's see what Reggett has to say. 42 is a 5. That'll be a huge save and picked up by Gavin. We'll tick off 30 seconds. Stu Gavin with the puck now. 16 is a 28. Short-handed. That'll be intercepted right back to Curry. Yari Curry with the puck again. 36 is a 33 with the man advantage. Curry will go off now. Yari Curry trying to get greedy with this one. Second period. He'll go off for elbowing. Oh, forget it. There we go. So Curry now going off for elbowing. That'll be a neutral zone face-off, and the opportunity for Edmonton to extend the lead all but goes by the boards. So Toronto will have a sequence on the power play, assuming they can last through this. But we're back to the neutral zone for the face-off. Both teams are at 3 forecheckers. A 9 face-off +1 to Edmonton. 9 is going to the advantage center, so that's going to Messier. Messier now with the puck. Let's see what he does with it. A 46 is a 43 with 3 forecheckers. Possible bench minor. Okay, that's something else I'm going to want to see on here. I'm still kind of modifying this card. I believe bench minor was an 11. And it was 0 for Toronto. Let me just double check that. Bench minor 11. Oh, I haven't been paying attention to the power play or penalty kill modifiers. 0. Okay. So we've got that. So we have a possible bench minor. Well, wait, 46 was a 43. Yes, possible bench minor. So let's see if Toronto won't trigger it. Let's see if Edmonton does. They will trigger a bench minor. Edmonton had too many men on the ice. They'll send Krashelnyski off to serve that. 16, 2. Actually, there should have been a time advancement for Curry's penalty. So Edmonton getting sloppy. Krashelnyski will serve that. Too many men on the ice. So Krashelnyski will go off to serve that penalty for Edmonton. And now Toronto with an advantage, with the possibility potentially to tie this game. Let's see what they can do with this opportunity. They're in the offensive zone. We're getting back to being chippy again. Faceoffs are +1 to Edmonton. A 6 is going to the advantage lefty, so that's over to Coffey. The ice is nice and open at this point. A 23 for Coffey is a 5. Shorthanded, that'll be a neutral zone face-off. We'll tick off 30 seconds. Right back to the neutral zone. Face-off once again. 7 is going to the advantage right wing, which we don't have, so we'll roll again. 5, disadvantaged right wing, we do have that. So Gavin with the puck for Toronto, as they're going to try to tie this game with the man advantage. That's a 54, that's a 32, which will be a pass, unless the intimidation is... The intimidation will not be there, not in a million years. 4, 9, yeah, no. He's going to pass that over to Therrien. Therrien with the puck now. The pass doesn't tick off. That pass won't. Oh no, the interception would, the pass won't. Okay, now that we got that figured out, Therrien with the puck. 52 is a 30. Pass. So we got to determine where it's going. Possible automatic shot on goal. Right, 3 is going to the second highest shot frequency. So the second highest shot frequency is going to Podubny. Then we roll again. If the roll is higher than his assist rating of 25, it is a shot on goal. That's a 15, so it will be a shot on goal. Shot range for Podubny is a 23 because of the power play. That is on target. Does Podubny tie the game for Toronto? Let's see what Fear says. 12 is a 25. That's my lousy goal horn, by the way. Walt Podubny has tied this game for Toronto. After getting shelled in the second period, they needed that one. And we are now knotted up at 3, just like that. Maple Leaf Gardens cheers. Yay! Now we need to figure out assists for Toronto. 1.55. There will be 2 assists on that play for Toronto. A 3 is going to come from right wing and then the right D. So Stu Gavin and Bob McGill. And just like that, which penalty is over? How did Toronto end up on the power play? Now I'm confused. Nealon went off for interference. Oh, so it's actually Curry's penalty that's over. I'm so lost. Okay, no, it is. Okay, so right, Nealon got the penalty for interference. Then Curry went off for elbowing. Then Edmonton had the bench minor for too many men on the ice. Okay, so it is Curry's penalty that's over. That got a little bit confusing, but I think I got it all sorted now. So it's Curry's penalty that's over, which means we won't have... Son of a biscuit. So we won't have that power play to worry about for Toronto. We're back to 4-on-4 hockey. Man, that was a complicated sequence. Anyway, now that we've got that sorted out, now we're back to coincidental minors. So when Nealon comes off for interference, Toronto will still have when Nealon comes back from interference, Toronto will still have a power play. But we're 4-on-4. We're 4-on-4 for another 30 seconds. Okay, now that I got that sorted out, let's continue. Face-offs are +1 to Edmonton. Boxcars is sending that to the disadvantaged right D, so over to McGill. Bob McGill with the puck. 45 is a 26 with 3 forecheckers. That'll be intercepted and shot on goal by left wing, except we don't have that, so we'll re-roll. 23 is a 22. That'll be intercepted by Messier. We'll tick off 30 seconds. And now Nealon's back on the ice, so Toronto will have a... Does Toronto have a power play? I don't think they do. Yes, they do, actually. They have a power play for a minute. So we're back to... So Edmonton's shorthanded again. 56 is a 34. Coincidental penalties. Jeez. It's getting back to being chippy again. Check for minors. So Podubny with a 32. Actually, no. McGill with a 62. Yep, they'll go off together. So 17:30 of the second period. We've got gotten a lot of penalties this game. So 2-2. Mark Messier, Edmonton, and I think Bob McGill are both going to go off for roughing. It would be nice if we wouldn't have so blasted many penalties in this game. Good Lord. Okay, so yeah. So now those coincidental minors are going to be over. Looks like with the end of the period. Yep. So when the period ends, so do the coincidental minors. Toronto still has a 4-on-3 power play for another 30 seconds. Face-offs now. Curry's got to step into the circle, but he's plus. But it's going to be +2 to. It's going to be +2 to Therrien. 10 on a +2. Disadvantage left wing, except we don't have that, so we roll again. 11 is an advantage right wing, which we do have. Stu Gavin. Gavin with the puck now, as Toronto looks to take the lead back. That's a 53, which is a 7. With the man advantage, that's a shot on goal, block +2. So 3, 6. I don't think this will get blocked. The sum is then of an additional die roll. Just double checking this, re-roll 1 die. That'll be a shot on goal. So Gavin's shot range is a 21. That's not on target. Fuhr will find this one. 32 is a 26. It won't be pretty, but I think he'll find it. So it's a save with the possible shot on goal for the opposing second highest shot frequency. So shot frequency, it's going to be Podubny again, but we have to check the clear first. Clearing is a 6. If it's greater, they get it out. 3 is not, so Podubny will get a shot with a shot range of a 23. 24 just misses. Here we'll find this one. But he'll have to move a little bit to get to it. 22 is a 2. That'll get picked up by Lowe. We'll tick off 30 seconds. And now which penalty is over? I believe the bench minor for Edmonton's over. So we're back to 4-on-4. So Edmonton's going to get a little bit of help out of the box. Which means we're back to 4-on-4 for another... Back to 4-on-4 for the rest of the period, from the looks of it. Low with the puck. 23 is a 22 with 3 forecheckers. 23 is a 22, so that'll get intercepted by Therrien. We'll tick off another 30 seconds. Therrien with the puck. A 25 is a 5. ODI shouldn't touch that result. 8-15 Nope, ODA, I won't touch that. So 25 is a 5. That'll be a shot on goal. So shot range is a 26 for Therien. 22 is on target. Will Toronto take the lead back? Let's see what Fear says. 45 is a 6. That'll be a save, and Fear will smother that one for a defensive zone face-off. Edmonton dodging a bullet on that one. 30 seconds left in the period. Toronto with an offensive zone opportunity. Face-offs are +1 to Toronto. That's a 9. Advantaged center, Therien with the puck. Therien will see what he can do with this. 42 is a 7 on an offensive zone win. That'll be a shot on goal, block +2. Block is 4, +2 is 6. I'll reroll 1 die. That'll be a shot on goal for Therien. Shot range is a 26. 13's on target. Can Therien give the Maple Leafs the lead? 65 is a 35, and that is in. Greg Therien gives the Maple Leafs the lead at the end of the second period. So it is now 4-3 Toronto as Maple Leaf Gardens erupts in cheers. We'll roll for the assist for Toronto. 14 will be 2 assists. I believe, yes. 1 will be left wing and right wing. So that'll be Greg Therien from. So that's 1930 of the second period. From Walt Padubny and Stu Gavin. And with that, it is now 4-3 Toronto. So after getting shelled in the early part of the period, Toronto has stormed back to take the lead back. And after 2, that's where we're at. 4-3 Toronto. Penalties are all over, so I'll get everything reset, and we'll be ready for the third period of this exciting game. We're going to have a strategy change heading into the third period as Toronto's up 4-3. They're going to tighten it up by going to 1 4-checker. Edmonton wants to try to open it up, so they're going to go to 3 4-checkers. Lines are all set, so let's get the face-off. Face-offs are +1 to Edmonton coming into the third period. That's an 11. Advantage right D, so low with the puck. And off we go. I gotta double check. Is that the opponent's chart or yours that you roll on? I think it's. Check Black 51. Okay, so right, you check that on the forechecking strategy in effect. So the visiting coach, you check it under for the home team. Okay, so they'd always had the same strategy. So we're checking this on Toronto on the forechecking 1. So a 24 is a 9 on Toronto's chart. That'll be a block shot over to Salming. Salming with the puck. They're rolling on forechecking 3. 26 is a 9. That'll be another block shot over to Coffee. They're going to apparently play hot potato with the puck. Nobody wants to do anything with it. Coffee with a 25. That's a 2. ODAI for Therien and Salming. We'll make that a 19. That'll be a +1, so that'll turn into a 3. Shot on goal if the assist rating is higher than the teammate has an assist rating higher than the die roll. 25. Yep, we've got a couple teammates with a higher assist rating. So the shot range for Coffee is a 23. 43 won't be on target. Reggett will find this one. And 11's a 1. That'll be a save and picked up by the left defenseman. Tick off 30 seconds. Salming with the biscuit now. Salming 46 is a 42. on... Right, we're on forechecking 3 for Edmonton. That's a possible bench minor, which means we need to see if Edmonton triggers it. Toronto won't. No, Edmonton doesn't trigger it. But now we have a neutral zone face-off on a 2-7, or a rare play on an 8-12. That's a 7, so we'll go straight to a neutral zone face-off and tick off 30 seconds. Therrien now and Messier step into the circle. Face-offs are +1 to Edmonton. That's a 7. That's going to the advantaged right wing, so over to Curry, who already has a goal tonight, I believe. No, he doesn't. He does have an assist, though, so Curry with the puck. 23 is a 4. ODAI will make that a... Therrien and Salming, ODAI will make that a 5. Yep, that'll be a 5, which will be a shot on goal, block +1. So 2, 3, 4. That'll be blocked. Salming will end up with it. Salming with the puck. 51 is a 6. ODAI will probably make that a Messier Coffee. Yeah, ODAI will make that a 7. Shot on goal, block +1. Block is 4, 5. That'll be a shot on goal for Salming. Shot range is a 12, though. That's not on target. Fuhr will find that one. 23 is a 6. That'll be a save, and he'll smother that for a defensive zone face-off. And we'll tick off 30 seconds. Edmonton trying to get the equalizer. Toronto not trying not to let that happen. Back to the face-off and the defensive zone for Edmonton. +1 face-offs to Edmonton. 4 is going to the disadvantaged left D, so back to Salming with an offensive zone win for Toronto. That's a 14, which is a 30. That's going to be a pass. We've got to determine where that's going. That's going to the highest shot frequency, which is Therrien. If this roll is lower than a 33, Therrien will let it fly. It is, so Therrien will let it fly. Shot range is a 24. That's on target. Will Fuhr find this one, or will Toronto extend their lead? 21 is a 14. That'll be a huge save. Well, actually, that's a potential for a save, but we got to roll to see where it goes. So that's a actually, that's a... What did we say that was? I think that was a... That's a potential... That was a potential goal. So I think it was a 13. So actually, no, it was a 14. So on a 2-6, he gets it to the right D. On a 7-12, Therrien extends the lead. Score! Greg Therrien picks up his second of the day. 1:30 of the third period. Greg Therrien for Toronto makes it 5-3 Maple Leafs, as Maple Leaf Gardens erupts in cheers. Oop. There goes the die. Toronto has 42 on a 1.55 will be 2 assists. On a 6, we go highest to lowest assist rating. So that'll be Therrien from Podubny and Salming. And it is now 5-3 Toronto, as they draw first blood in the third period. We'll tick off another 30 seconds. And we'll make our line change. We'll make some line changes. Actually, let's do this properly, since Edmonton is the visiting team. And then Toronto will go... They want to keep this game under control at this point. So, we're ready for the face-off at center ice. Face-offs are now +1 to Toronto. That's an 11. That's going to the advantaged right D. So that's over to McGill. McGill with the puck. That's a 45. That's a 26. Which on It's a 26. Intercepted and shot on goal by the left wing. So Hunter with a shot range of a 24 in there. That won't be on target. Reggett will find this one. 63 is a 38. That won't be good. 38 save, but it will be deflected into the seats for a defensive zone faceoff. So Edmonton gets an offensive zone opportunity here. As we'll drop the puck. An 8 will be going to the disadvantaged left wing. So over to Derlago. Derlago with a defensive zone win. 15 is a 1. ODAI for Carroll and Coffey. We'll make that a 2. That's still going to be... Actually, I don't think we adjust ODAI on face-off wins. That'll be a shot on goal anyway. Derlago's shot range is a 33. That's on target. Will Fuhr find this one? 63 is a 38. I doubt it. Maybe. Let's see. On a 2 to 10, it's a goal. 11 to 12, it's a penalty shot. That's a 7. That will find the back of the net. Bill Derlago has extended the Toronto lead once again. So that is now 2:30 of the third period. That's his second of the day. As the Oilers are now starting to collapse, and it is now 6-3 in favor of Toronto. And with 44, Toronto's going to have 2 assists. That's a 4, so that'll be from the left defenseman and the right defenseman. So King Salming and Bob McGill. And it is now 6-3 Toronto. And we'll tick off another 30 seconds. Toronto came to play today. Face-off coming next. An 8 on a face-off +1 will be going to the disadvantaged left wing, so over to Hunter. Edmonton needs to get this game settled down here quick. 42 is a 3. ODAI, Jarvis, and Salming will not touch that result, so that's going to be... So 42 is going to be a 3. We're into 1-4 checking. That's going to be a shot on goal if anybody has an assist rating higher than the roll, which the roll was at 42. Coffey has a higher assist rating, so that'll be a shot on goal. The shot range of a 24 for Hunter. That won't be on target. Reggett will find this one. A 26 is a 30. That won't be good. Save a shot on goal for the opposing center. So Carroll now with a shot. Shot range of a 31. 42 won't be on target. Reggett will find this one. 35 is a 5. That'll be picked up by Freiser, and we'll tick off 30 seconds. Freiser with the puck. A 12 is a 5. ODAI will make that a 6 most likely. Carroll, Coffey. Yep, ODAI will make that a 6. Shot on goal, assist rate again. Does anybody have an assist rating higher than 12? Oh yeah, Derlago does. Shot range for Freiser is a 23. That's on target. Snake Eyes. Let's see what Fuhr does with it. 32 is a 26. And Fuhr lets that one into the back of the net. Wow. I think Edmonton is probably going to be seeing enough of... Last it all. There we go. Mirko Freiser. Toronto. Okay. Now we've got to roll for assists. 26, 2 assists. That will be from the right wing, except he's already the right wing. So Salming and McGill once again. And it is now 7-3 Toronto, as they've come out storming in the third period. Edmonton had the 7 historically, but Toronto came to play, and we are going to see a goaltending change for Edmonton, as Andy Moog is going to step into the net now. Fuhrer's gotten shelled today, and the Maple Leafs have managed to chase him out. Fuhrer not having a good day, as we head back to center ice for the face-off. A 7 advantage to Toronto. We'll go to the advantaged right wing, so right back to Freiser again. Let's see if Freiser has any better luck with Moog since he has any better luck with Moog. 51 is a 1. ODAI should adjust that to a 2. Carroll and Coffee, yep. ODAI will make that a 2. That'll be a shot on goal. His shot range is a 23. That's on target 2. Moog's getting tested right away. 66, however, he'll prove equal to the test, as he'll leave that for Coffee and tick off 30 seconds. Edmonton wants to make a line change pretty badly. A 46, that'll go to the opposing left D, but we'll end up with a dump and chase situation. As heading into the corner for that will be the right wing, will be Hughes. Actually, hold on, we got to roll for that to see who's heading into the corner. Dump and chase. Left defenseman's got it. 4 is the right wing heading into it. So we compare C ratings. 7 and 9. It'll end up with Salming will end up with it. Toronto wants to go for a line change as well. 43. We'll have the same thing happen here. So it'll go to the left D. They'll make their change. And then we'll have a dump and chase. So we've got the left D with it for Edmonton. Let's see who's going into the corner for Toronto. 4 is the right wing heading into the corner. So a 6 and a 7. So Vave's actually going to end up with it, coming out of the dump and chase. Then since it's the right wing, we have to roll for the challenger. That's a 4, so he's going to be facing the left wing. I have 8 versus I have 5, so Vave's going to get a shot on goal +1. His shot range is a 24 with this. That's not on target, fortunately for Edmonton. Moog will find this one. 61 is a 9. That'll be picked up by Napier. We'll tick off 30 seconds. Napier with the puck. .64 is a 3 ODAI for Doust and Nealand. Doust and Nealand will actually decrease that by 2. So 64 is a 3. That'll be a 1. That'll be a nice clean shot on goal. Napier's shot range is a 23. That's not going to be on target, though. Reggett will find this one. 24 is a 19. That'll be picked up by Greg, and we'll tick off 30 seconds. Greg with the puck. 33 is a 2. ODI for Doust and Nealand is going to reduce that by 2, so that'll be another shot on goal. His shot range is a 13, though. That will not be on target. Reggett will find this one. 15 is a 3. That'll get left for Doust. We'll tick off 30 seconds. Doust with the puck now. 15 is a 3 ODAI for Napier, and Greg will not touch that result. So a 15 is going to end up being a 3. That'll be a shot on goal. His shot range is a 22. 25 will just barely miss. Moog will find this one. 35 is a 4. He'll leave that for Anderson, and we'll tick off 30 seconds. Edmonton wants to go for a line change. Except they're going to ice the puck. So Toronto will make a change. Yeah, that's probably fine. And we'll leave the defenseman on. Right, we've got 6 minutes gone in the third period, and the score is now 7-3 Toronto. This third period has been all Toronto. Before we get into the next sequence, I do want to take a small break. Faceoffs are even right now. So let's see what happens here. On the faceoff, we've got a 9 that's going to the visiting left wing, so over to Anderson. Anderson with the play on a defensive zone win. 36 is a 34 on a defensive win. That'll be a penalty. Anderson's going to go off here. So that's at 6 of the third period. Glenn Anderson going off for interference on a 2-minute penalty. All right, ticking off 30 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. So when we get to that sequence, it's over. Then we'll make our customary changes. Get the power play and penalty kill teams back on. And Toronto with a golden opportunity here to just continue to pour it on. Faceoffs are +1 to Edmonton, though. That's a 10 +1. Disadvantaged center, so Therrien will end up with that. Therrien now with the puck. And Toronto's on the power play once again. That's a 35-6. On the power play, that's a shot on goal, block +1. 3, 4, 5. That's a 4. That'll be a shot on goal. So shot range of a 26. 44 is not on target. Moog will find this one. That's a 32, which is a 26. That won't be good, though. Save, shot on goal, opposing second highest shot frequency. So the second highest shot frequency would be Podubny, but we have to check the clear rating. So the clear for Coffee is 6. It's less, so they don't get it out, which means it'll be a shot on goal. So it's a shot range of 23 for Podubny. That's not on target. Moog will find this one. That's a 34, which is a 31. That won't be good, most likely. Save, but a shot on goal for the opposing right wing. Gavin's shot range is a 21. That's not on target. Moog will find that one. 55 is a 2. And finally, Edmonton will probably settle it down. Over to the right D, tick off 30 seconds. Low with the puck now, as Edmonton now faces a 4-goal uphill climb. That's a 24, which is a 9 shorthanded. 9 is going to be intercepted by the right D, back over to McGill. McGill with the puck, skating around. 45 is a 26. That'll be intercepted by the left wing, except we don't have the left wing, so we roll again. 22, that will be a good result for Toronto. That's a 6 with the man advantage. That's a shot on goal. That's a block +1, though. So 4, 5. That's a 4. That'll be a shot on goal for McGill. His shot range is goose eggs. Moog will find this one. 24 is a 19. That'll be picked up by the opposing left D over to Salming, and we'll tick off 30 seconds. Salming with the puck. That's a 52 for a 27. That'll be intercepted by Messier. We'll tick off 30 seconds. Messier with the puck. 53 is a 7, shorthanded. That's a neutral zone face-off. We'll tick off 30 seconds. And that will be it for the penalty to... That'll be it for the penalty to Anderson. Toronto not able to do anything with the power play, but still very much holding a 4-goal lead. And we're not going to make any changes just yet. We're going to leave the lines as is. Faceoffs are +1 to Edmonton. That's a 9. Going to the advantage center, so Messier with the puck. And off we go once again. 44 is a 1. ODAI for Therien and Salming is going to make that a 19, which will make that a +1, so a 2. Into a 1 forecheck. Shot on goal with a possible tip-in chance. Let's see who's taking a tip-in shot first. That's a 5, so it'll be the second highest offensive I rating taking the tip-in. Let's see, 5, 5, 6, 5. We're going to give it to Curry, who's got an I rating of a 5. That's a 6, so it's a tip-in shot rating +2. Curry has a shot range of a 43 on this. That won't be on target, though. Reggett will find this one. 13 is a 6. Reggett will smother that for a defensive zone face-off. 11 minutes to play in the third period. Toronto leading by 4 goals. Edmonton trying to get the pressure going here. Face-off for +1 to Edmonton. An 8, disadvantaged left wing. So over to Podubny with the defensive zone win for Toronto. And off we go once again. 31 is a 4. He'll knife all the way through and get a shot on goal. His shot range is a 21. That won't be on target. Moog will find this one. 21 is a 6. Moog will smother that for a defensive zone face-off. Next sequence of play coming up. That's a 10 +1 to Edmonton. Disadvantaged center, so Therien with the puck. Therien with a big offensive win on that one. 64 is a 7 with an offensive zone win. Shot on goal, block +2. For 6, this needs to be a 6 to get blocked. That is not. Therien will take the shot. Shot rating of a 24. 34 will not be on target. Moog will find this one. That's a 34 for a 31. Save, but a shot on goal for the opposing right wing. So Gavin taking a shot now. His shot range is a 15. That one's on target. Will Moog find this one? 52 is a 27. I doubt it. And he won't. That will be in. Stu Gavin now continues the scoring, as Toronto is now suddenly very much in control of this game. Let's see, Stu Gavin with his first. So it is now 8-3 Toronto as Maple Leaf Gardens once again explodes. I think APBA might have said the history was wrong on this one. 44 for 1.55. 2 assists. Right, 2 is going to be from the center, and the center, then the left D. So from Greg Therien and King Salming. It is now 8-3 Toronto. We're going to tick off another 30 seconds for that, and we'll make some line changes. Edmonton is just getting hammered in this one. Toronto did not like the historical result of... Toronto did not remotely like the historic result of this game, so they're out to change a little bit of history today. And now we've got the face-off with 10 minutes left to play in the game. Face-offs are even. A 4. It's going to the home right D, so that's over to Kitchen. And Bill Kitchen will take it away. That's a 24, which is a 27 into 3 forecheckers. That'll be an intercepted and a shot on goal by Gretzky. Gretzky with a shot range of a 32. 46 won't be on target. Reggett will find this one. 35 is a 5. He'll leave that for Freiser. We'll tick off 30 seconds. Freiser with the puck. 63 is a 6. ODAI, I believe, will adjust that. Yep, ODAI for Jarvis or for Gretzky and Greg. Actually, ODAI won't touch that. We'll make that a -1. So that'll be just a shot on goal for Freiser. His shot range is a 23. 41 is not on target. Moog will find this one. 56 is a 34. He'll find it, but it won't be pretty. Save, but the goal will come off the moorings for a defensive zone face-off. Edmonton cannot get out of their own way today, apparently. Face-offs are still even. That's a 3 going to the home lefty, so Nyland with the puck. Nyland with an offensive zone win. 45 is a 26. That'll be intercepted by Lindstrom and will tick off 30 seconds. Lindstrom with the puck now. 51 is a 4 into a 1-4 check. ODAI for Jarvis and Nyland. We'll actually reduce that result by 1, so that'll be a shot on goal. If the assist rating, Gretzky's got a much higher assist rating than the roll. Yep, so Lindstrom with a shot. 61 won't be on target, however. Reggett will find this one. 36 is a 33. That'll be a save, but a shot on goal from Melnick. His shot range is goose eggs. Reggett will find this one as well. I'm not going to bother rolling for the shot range when it's goose eggs. 41 is a 24. That'll be a save, shot on goal for the highest shot frequency, but we have to check the clear. Shot frequency is going to be Gretzky, but we have to check the clear. The clear rating for the Toronto D is a 6. It's greater than or equal to. Total clearing is equal to or great. Oh, I've been doing this backwards. Clearing rating is equal to or greater than the 2 dice roll. So an 8 will be a shot on goal for Gretzky. His shot range is a 32. 61 is not on target. Reggett will find this one. 52 is a 27. Save, shot on goal for the third highest shot frequency. So 30, 23, 16, it'll be Lindstrom. But we have to check the clear first. Is that a 2 die roll or a 1? It's a 2. Clearing once again is a 3-6. A 4, so the puck will get cleared. So that'll be cleared for a neutral zone face-off. Actually, for a defensive zone face-off. All right. Face-offs are still even. We're going to leave all the personnel on. That's an 11. That's going to the visiting lefty. So over to Greg. Greg with the puck. 46 is a 43. Uh-oh, that's not going to be good. 43 is a possible bench minor, so we've got to check to see if Toronto won't trigger it. Let's see if Edmonton does. So that's a 43. Barely, but no. So now we have to see if we have a neutral zone face-off or a rare play. We have a rare play. Okay, so we'll roll for a rare play. Total die roll. So that's an 11. So 11 and 64. Highest misconduct ejected. Well, actually, let's... All right, so we've got a potential highest visiting misconduct player ejected on an 11 to 36, which would be very fitting today. Home second highest shot frequency awarded a penalty shot when visiting player throws a stick at the puck 41 to 66. 35, so the highest visiting misconduct on ice or on the bench is ejected for trying to climb the boards. So misconduct, do we have anybody? Lumley's got a misconduct of a 14. Anybody? Oh, McClelland has got a 32. Misconduct 13. I think it's McClelland who gets ejected. Yep. it will be McClelland who gets ejected, and I need to adjust the card with that in mind, so I need to change my... So actually I'm going to change my battery while I'm at that. Had to adjust my reference card, but I've got it all straight now. 8 minutes left to go in the game. Edmonton's still down by 5. I'm probably not going to pull the goalie at this point. Unless Edmonton goes on a sudden offensive flurry, there's probably not going to be any point to that. So, face-offs are +2 to Edmonton. That's a 3. That's going to the disadvantaged right D, so over to Stewart. Stewart with the puck now. Let's see what he does. That's a 21, which is a 31 into 3 forecheckers. That'll be intercepted by Krashelnyski. Tick off 30 seconds. Krashelnyski with the puck. 15 is a 2. ODAI, Doustin Benning. Doustin Benning will actually decrease that by 1. So a 15, a 2 will become a 1. That'll be a shot on goal for Krashelnyski. Shot range is a 34. 13 is on target. Will Reggett find this one? 45 is a 21. I doubt it. He won't. Krashelnyski will score. It is now 8-4. Stadium groans. Ugh. 12:30. Third period. Mike Krashelnyski. Wow. I can't believe I actually spelled that correctly. Edmonton with a 1.67 assists per game will be on 1.65. 12 will give them 2 assists. 3 is going to be right wing, then left D. So from Curry and Fogelin. Lee. So it is now 8-4 in favor of Toronto. We'll tick off another 30 seconds and move back to center ice for the face-off. A 4 on a +2 Toronto on a +2 Edmonton face-off is going to the advantage left wing. So over to Fogelin, who just picked up the goal, or who just picked up an assist on the goal by Krashelnyski. Fogelin with the puck, a 32 is a 26. Into a 1 forechecker, intercepted by Brubaker, and will tick off 30 seconds. 6:30 left to play in the game. Brubaker with a 12, that's a 39. Into a 3 forechecker. We've got more potential for fighting. Let's see if anybody jumps on a major. So, Fogelin with a 15. Nope. Messier with a 14. Nope, he won't jump. So Brubaker is going off alone. So that's at... we're at 13:30. 3. Been a very rough game. And a lot of penalties tonight. But we're going to get the penalty kill back out for both teams. We'll tick off 30 seconds here. And we'll swap out the... Right. We'll swap out the... We'll get a new power play team on. We'll do this. I'm just doing my line changes here real quick. Okay, now that we got that sorted out, face-offs are +2 to Toronto, as they're in the defensive zone. A 10 is going to the disadvantaged left wing, so that's over to Anderson. Edmonton with the man advantage here. That's a 42, which is a 2. I'd be stunned if that's anything. I was going to say I'd be stunned if that's anything other than a shot on goal. Anderson with a shot range of 31 because of the man advantage. 43 will not be on target. Reggett will find this one. 63 is a 38. It won't be pretty, but he will find it. Save and deflect it into the seats for a neutral zone face-off. Which, on a related note, 1, 2, 3. That's the end of our penalty. Okay, now that we got that figured out, another defensive zone face-off for Toronto. So +2 on the draw. 10 is going to the disadvantaged left wing, so right back to Anderson again. Let's see what Anderson does with this. A 41 is a 4 with the man advantage. That'll be a shot on goal with a possible tip-in chance. Let's see who's taking the tip-in shot. That's a 1, highest offensive I rating, but he can't take it himself, so it'll be... Looks like it'll be Napier with that, with a 6. On a 6, tip-in, shot rating +2. So Napier is going to be a 31 on this one. A 24 is on target. Will Reggett find this one? 44, he should find out with a spectacular save. He'll pick that up and he'll leave it back for Stewart, and we'll tick off 30 seconds. 5 minutes left to play. Edmonton thinking about if they're going to pull their goalie. Down by 4, they're probably not going to bother. Stewart with an 11, a 6. That'll be a neutral zone face-off. I was about to say that'll be a shot on goal, but not when you're shorthanded. Face-offs are still +2 to Toronto. That'll be a 5, going to the disadvantaged right wing, so over to Hughes. Hughes with it now. That's a 61, which is a 28 with the man advantage. Probably not good. Intercepted by Gavin will tick off 30 seconds, and the penalty to Brubaker is now over. Edmonton not able to do anything with the power play. 4 minutes left in the game as the Maple Leaf Gardens now just want to get this over with. They know what they're up against with Edmonton, and they don't want to take any chances with this one. A 42 for Gavin is a 3, which ODAI for Napier and Coffey. 16 will not adjust that. So a 42 is a 3. That should be a shot on goal. Yep, that'll be a shot on goal. Gavin with a shot range of a 15. That won't be on target. Moog will find this one. 26 is a 30. It won't be pretty. Save, but a shot on goal for the opposing center. So over to Terrian now taking the shot. His shot range is a 24. That won't be on target. Moog will find this one. 51 is a 3. He'll leave that for the center, and we'll tick off another 30 seconds. Edmonton wants to go for a line change. A 31 will send that over to the opposing right wing. Edmonton will make their change. We are going to have to make a change on this new line. Hunter and Krashelnyski are switching positions. So Krashelnyski is at left wing, Hunter's at right wing, since McClellan got tossed earlier. Anyway, Toronto now wants to go for a change as well. They will send that over to the opposing left defenseman, but we will have a dump and chase situation once Toronto gets their change straight. So Coffey with the puck, but who's going after it for Toronto? It's going to the left defenseman. That's a 6. That will be the center. Yeah, that'll be the center going after that. So 9 versus 5. Coffey will control the puck. Nothing crazy there. Coffey with it now. That's a 66. Jarvis and Salming. ODAI will make that. ODAI won't touch that, so that'll be a 1. That'll be a shot on goal for Coffey. Shot range of a 23. Won't be on target. Reggett will find this one. 56 is a 34. That'll be a save, but the goal will come off the mooring for a defensive zone face-off. 3 minutes left to go in the game. Reggett trying to hold against an Edmonton onslaught. Face-offs are +1 to Toronto. An 8 is going to the disadvantaged left wing. So that's over to Krashelnyski. Remember, lines are switched. Wings are switched on this line. Krashelnyski with it. An offensive zone win. That's a 65. That's a 35. Another penalty for 2 minutes. Krashelnyski going off. He's going off for... He's going to go off for slashing. That is a lot of penalties that we've had today. So I think the easiest thing to do here is we're just going to flip it. No, we can't do that because the left wing is the one going off. Because I got to remember, the lines got switched. Okay, we'll put the power play team back on for Toronto. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Once we get there. Toronto is just trying to get this game over with at this point. Faceoffs are +2 to Toronto. Snake Eyes is who's getting tossed out. Let's find out. $11. Tarian's getting tossed out of the face-off circle, which means Gavin's got to step in to take the draw. Face-offs are now suddenly even. That's a 5 going to the home left wing, so Podubny will end up with it. Podubny with the puck. 43 is a 29 with the man advantage on a 29. That'll be intercepted by Coffey. Will tick off 30 seconds. 2 minutes to go in the game. Coffey with a 24. That's a 9. Shorthanded. That'll be intercepted by the right D. It's over to McGill. McGill with the puck. McGill at 53 is a 19 with the man advantage. Intercepted by Coffey again, and will tick off 30 seconds. Coffey with it. 56 is a 34. Coincidental penalties for 2 minutes. So we got to check for coincidental minors. Podubny with a 32. Let's see up first. No, McGill with a 62. 63, he'll miss. Podubny now with a 32. Nope. Gavin with a 21. Nope. Salming with a 21. No. Tarian with a 12. So Tarian and Coffey are going off for coincidental minors. That's at 18:30 of the third period. Blast it all. Knock it off. There we go. And Greg Tarian. 2 minutes. Okay. So I think that's probably where we're going to finish the game. We're probably going to finish the game with 4-on-3 in Toronto's favor unless they score. So we're back to a neutral zone face-off, even though Toronto's got the man advantage. +2 to Toronto on an 8. That's going to the advantaged right D, so over to McGill. McGill with the puck. 61 is a 28 with the man advantage. That'll be intercepted by Hughes. We'll tick off 30 seconds. Last minute of play in the third period just blasts on the speakers. 54 is a 32, shorthanded. Will be pass unless the intimidation is 12, which the intimidation right now 2, 5, 10, 12. It's actually exactly 12. So that'll be intercepted by the right D. That'll be intercepted by McGill. McGill on a 51 is a 14 with the man advantage. That'll be a pass. We have to determine where that's going. 3 is going to the second highest shot frequency, which is 21, 13. We're going to send it to Terrian. Then we'll roll again. If the roll is higher than a 21, Terrian's going to let it fly. Which actually lower. That's a 15. Terrian's going to let it fly with a 26 shot range. That won't be on target. Moog will find this one. That's a 24, which is a 19 on a normal save. That'll get picked up by Salming. We'll tick off 30 seconds. And the penalty to, which penalty is over? Krashelnyski is over. Not that it's really going to matter, because the next time sequence is going to end the game. Let's see, Toronto. So Salming with it. And we're going to finish up at even strength 4-on-4. Both teams have to go to 3 4-checkers. That's a 54-32. That'll be a pass, unless the intimidation rating is 16, which Napier, so actually 3, 6, 9. So the pass is going to go to Terrian. And Terrian with the puck now. 42 is a 7. ODAI is going to make that, and actually is ODAI going to touch that? 3, 6, 9, 13. ODAI is not going to touch that. So 42 is a 7. That'll be a shot on goal with a block +1. Block is a 3. Some of the block shot ratings of the 2 opposing defensemen, so it's just the 1. Block. Just double checking this. Reroll a die. Shot on goal. Alright, so a 6, which means. So confused on how this works. Shot on goal occurs unless some of the block shot ratings of the defenseman plus the number to the right of the plus sign is equal to or greater than. So that is going to get blocked, it looks like. The right D is going to take possession of that. The block shot wouldn't tick off time, I don't think. No. So low with it. 63 is a 25. Interception and shot on goal for McGill, except that's going to be goose egg, so Moog will find this one. A 13 is a 5. That'll be picked up by the right wing, except there's the horn, and that's the end of the game. So Toronto will pick up the win on this one, 8-4. That will do it for this playthrough of APBA Hockey. I was going to do another round of ticker testing, but I can already tell, looking at the length of time the length of the footage that's on the memory card, this video is still going to be way too long for me to want to use it as a season replay. So I'm going to abort the ticker testing, and I'm not going to run that today. But I do still enjoy this game, but I just can't run a season replay when the videos are this long. So anyway, that will do it for this playthrough of APBA Hockey. Wednesday, we're paying our first visit to the wrestling ring as we play All-Time Wrestling from Cation Arts. Saturday, we'll be continuing out of the official Halo cookbook on Mystical Munchies with the side, sweet potato fries. As for next week, we're headed back to the World War II skies over Germany as we play Night Fighter Ace. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care everyone.